Hello. I'm so glad to be here to be sharing with you everything that I know to get you started with your new Saint Beauty makeup. I know it can be very overwhelming when you're starting something, so I hope that these steps will guide you to enjoying your new makeup routine. If you didn't purchase any brushes with your first order, I do encourage you to work towards adding that to your collection, as those brushes are made specifically for this one-of-a-kind cream foundation. Today I'm going to be using the buffing brush as my main brush, and I will also use the detail brush, and I will also use the blush and bronzer brush because I have them, so why not? I have here the 4 palette, which holds 4 large tins or 8 eyeshadows. It is perfect for traveling to and from work. And inside it holds everything that you need to create a beautiful look. We have the brightening highlight, then we have our main highlight, we have our contour, and then the lip and cheek. Right now we're going to start with the contour, so I'm going to take the small end of my buffing brush and I'm going to tap lightly in, and you can see there's not too much on there, and I'm going to go right underneath my cheekbone. So we all have cheekbones, even though we don't think we do. They're there, and I'm just going to gently tap in right at that line, right under the cheekbone. There we go. Do the other side. Almost like a C. We're not doing this. We're almost coming up right into this area here. So right under the cheekbone and a little bit up. So I'm going back in and put this down. Just along the cheekbone on the bottom, almost in a C. I have some discoloration that always throws me off. There we go. So don't be afraid of this. It is going to blend in so nice. I'm going to clip back my hair for this next part. And we're going to go in with the contour again, and this time I'm going to go all along my forehead. A nice C motion. Filling in a little bit back there. If you have a little bit of a recession, that's perfectly fine. Don't be afraid by all of this, kids. It's all going to blend in so pretty. Now I'm going to take a little and I'm going to go right along my jawline, right on it. And again, depending upon your shape of face and what you're trying to accomplish, it may go a little bit different. Your contour might need to be somewhere a little bit different than where I'm putting mine right now. You can see right off the bat how nice that's starting to come right in, and I'm gonna go for it today. Next, we're gonna go in with the main highlight, and I'm going to use that same brush. I'm gonna use the larger end of it, and this is something that you can definitely do with your fingers as well, almost like finger painting. I'm gonna use the brush. I'm gonna tap right in, not too hard, not too soft. Gather a little bit on there, and I'm going to start buffing in everywhere where I would like that foundation to sit. So I'm going to put it on and buff at the same time, but you could put everything on and buff all at once if you'd like. And what's nice is you're not using a lot. It's really not a lot. It's not heavy at all. I think that's one of the best things that I like about it so far. I'm not really touching that bronzer there yet. I'm going to work on this side here. Come right up into that area there. That looks so good. So again, I'm just gently tapping in. And placing it exactly where I want it to go. And I already have a little bit of shadow on, so I'm not going to go over that area. But typically I would actually bring a little bit of this foundation right up into my eyelid. And there we go. Part one. I might do a tiny bit more here. One thing I want to say is less is more. If you find that it's a little bit too much for you, you can take your damp perfector sponge and just blend and remove a little bit that way. But less is better, that's what I'm finding. It feels so nice. Next, I'm going to take the B squared brush, which is the blush and bronzer brush. And I'm going to tap into this gorgeous color called Black Cherry. And we're gonna go in for a little bit of blush. Okay, so there we go. And I'm not really an apples of the cheek kind of girl for myself personally, so I tend to start a little bit further back here. Again, depending upon your face shape and your bone structure, your cheek color may be a little bit different in a different spot. And I'm just stippling it in, and I'm just blending it right in with the contour. And this just pushes the blush in. Look at how pretty that is. That looks nice. Okay, next, we're going to do a little bit of brightening around the eyes. And this is where we're going to use our brightening highlight. And I'm going to use the end of the detail brush. Just again, going to gently go right in there. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to go right in this area here and right here. Just nicely just push that right in. And if you put too much on, which I can't decide if I have or not, Doesn't that look nice? Okay. Some nice brightening. We're going to go back in the corner. Just gently push in. Again, if you want to use your finger with this, you can use, I like to use my ring finger. It's got the least amount of pressure, and you can just gently tap it in if you'd like. I'm going to continue to use the brush. Needs a tiny bit up in here. And one other spot, I'm just noticing, even just coming up in here, one last thing that you can do is, it's not absolutely necessary, but you can contour your nose. And I'm going to use the flat end of the detail brush. This definitely can be done with your two fingers drawing down the lines. I haven't mastered that yet with just one hand. So I'm going to go in with the brush. I'm going to take on the very end here, and I'm going to go right on the flat of the nose here. You can see that already. And just a little bit down on the tip here, kind of. There we go. And you can just buff that right in. You can take your buffing brush, just press that in. And then what you can do is you can take a little bit of your highlight, your brightening highlight, and just kind of go down the nose there. Just brighten that up a bit. Now that I have my highlighter on, feeling nice and bright, I'm actually going to go in with my B squared brush again and just begin to gently stipple and start to blend in the colors as needed. This makeup application does not take a long time to do. It's very, very simple. Once you get your quick little steps in, get right under the eye there. Lovely. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our perfector sponge. And I've already wet it so that you're wringing out the water. And then you can take a napkin or a towel and just take out the moisture. And you're going to take that and literally just do the same motion. You can go very quickly. You can go in with the corner of your eyes. Just takes a minute. Do my eyes. taking a peek. I'm really looking to bring my eyes up. I'm actually going to line my lips with my contour. The contour you can also use as a shadow, as an eyeliner, as a lip liner, and of course your contour. You can already see that little bit of shadowing. What a difference that made. And now I'm going to take that lip and cheek, which is the black cherry, and I'm going to put some lipstick on. So this is the look for your 4 main colors that you purchased. And certainly if you have shadows that you purchased, have fun trying them out. They're just a lot of fun. There is one other item that I didn't mention, I forgot to at the beginning, and that is an illuminator. And this one is called Pearl. And what this does is exactly what it says, it illuminates. So I'm gonna actually use my finger for this, and I'm gonna go right on top of my cheekbone, the highest point of my cheek. Down the center of my nose, the tip of my nose, a little bit in my Cupid bow here. And the other thing you can do is you can put a little bit up here, and a little bit here. I'm barely touching it, but you can see how really nice it just highlights everything. And I'm actually gonna put a little on my lips. And so that's the look. I encourage you to use less versus more, especially starting out. I encourage you to play and eventually use more to see how it looks. I'm really happy that you joined me here today, and I know you're gonna have fun with your new makeup. I'm available for you if you have any questions, either Instagram or Facebook Messenger. You can email me at the address that you got your color match to. I'm here for you. I want to help you. I want you to love your makeup.